the sorting takes a little bit longer time, and this is useful for tough problems. And another two are the breadth first search, which is very easy to implement, and the nodes are accessed in order, like first this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, then this one. And in the depth for first search, it is also easy to implement, and the search starts from the root node and goes as far as possible before backtracking. So it's like search algorithms, like many of you have studied in the data structures also. So knowledge representation is what the machine needs to understand the language of the problem. So it should be, so the problem should be represented as a knowledge. So encoding knowledge so that machine can understand and solve the problem. Some form must be used to represent the knowledge. And the languages that are used to knowledge representation is first order logic, production rules, lambda, calculus, and Lisp. This is quite popular. And again, there are three steps in knowledge encoding. One is encoding, and the second one is the internet transformation process and decoding. So here are a few branches of AI. That is, AI is used for problem solving, like in a chess game. Pattern recognition lies in biometrics, face and eyes detection, and learning and solving by neural networks. And we can use AI in strategy building according to non-facts. So now neural networks will be covered by Shilpa.
Thank you. The artificial intelligence, it's all applicable through application technology called neural networks. It's all about a method of computing based on the interaction of multiple connected processing elements. Here the elements are neural the neutrons. I mean, the neural network is nothing but it's an information process paradigm which has an inspiring build-up through biological neural systems and nervous systems like our brain. And next, the main where these neural networks can be used are like computing a known function that's like an algorithm functionality can be a resolved algorithms can be more effectively programmed using these neural networks and approximate an unknown function, a pattern recognition, picking up some structures from a recognized data, and signal processing. All the above processes, all the above strategies are learning. The learning of all the above strategies can also be done by neural networks. And the basic concept is a neural network is a mapping of inputs and getting the outputs from that. The basic biological terms, a neuron can be structured in a three-dimensional component when you see through a microscopic components, whereas the neurons that are created by a man, the artificial neurons are not like that. They are basically structured as a clusters of primitive neurons, and those are like having some kind of input and getting the outputs from that according to the tasks they need. They are placed in kind of clusters and made it run through a kind of algorithms. The network itself is composed of arbitrary number of nodes. Those are the nodes, and the output nodes, they have a specific kind of topology built in, and the back propagated delta rule networks, it's the very supervised kind of a learning process. It's a layer by structured cluster of implementing the neural network. There are hidden layers in between, and the nodes are connected to the layers of outer layer and the inner layer, and it's called as a back propagated delta rule. It has an advantage of collecting the error details also, and propagating the results out of the errors, and making a filtering of the drawbacks it has, as Vishnu said, filtration process, and then go through the things and making the results up. And the artificial neural networks are the one which are made by a man. It's not natural. Those are like linked together according to the specific network architecture, and it has these are made to accomplish a certain kind of applications, like data recognition and pattern recognition. Those are the applications behind the neural networks. Next, the tasks majorly are covering like the controlling of movements of robots. That comes under the robotics, he told. The artificial intelligence application is through done by the neural network, artificial neural networks, and it makes the visual information and deciding the character of potential food items, like it is edible or non-edible, and recognizing a visual object, making recognition of a face or certain kind of objects. It's all the artificial intelligence implemented through the neural networks, and predicting where the moving objects, like sensing some kind of object which is in motion or which is on move. And the application parts are taken over by Shweta.
Thank you. Coming to the applications, neural networks has many wide variety of applications, like prediction, classification, and data association, data conceptualization, and planning, and many more. Coming to the prediction, like neural networks has a feature like it predicts what's going on. It learns from the past experience and put that experience in the future. It like for example, it predicts the weather, forecasts the weather, identify people with cancer risk. Let's take an example of hospital, the emergency cases which are need to be given the priorities. It sets the priorities. Coming to the classification is one of the classification and image recognition is main applications of the neural networks. In classification, it recognizes image processing, predicts bankruptcy for credit card companies, and risk assessment. Like let's take an example of insurance company Nesta. In that company, the risk assessment. In that company, the risk will be evaluated. The financial risk evaluation is evaluated by the neural networks. Whether the given loan is good or bad will be evaluated by this.